Today we're learning more about SCP-5150, aka the dentist office from Purgatory. And I know you guys are probably thinking, Jack, how bad could it be? Pretty bad. And if you guys don't want this SCP to infect your dentist next, you'll leave a like on today's video.
Nobody likes going to the dentist. The smell of the chemicals, the sound of the drill, the indignity of talking with someone's hands in your mouth. But as you settle into the dentist's chair, something about this particular visit feels especially weird.
Oh, here we go.
Why are the hygienists looking at you like that? Who is this strange doctor entering the room? And why does your mouth feel so full all of a sudden?
Uh-oh.
You can't breathe,
Wait
you
a
can't
second,
scream,
hey,
and
yo!
your teeth, they're multiplying?
What?
The man has been ignoring his persistent toothache for several weeks, but he just can't take it anymore. The dull ache has become a head-pounding throb of pain that cuts through every single thought.
Ouches.
But of course, he waited far too long to treat it, and now here he is on a Sunday evening, trying to find a dentist who will give him an appointment.
Get to the dentist, dude.
It's not his fault, he tells himself. He's been terrified of the dentist since he was a little kid.
Are you guys scared of the dentist?
I'm not scared of the dentist, but I will say I do have very sensitive teeth, especially like my bottom teeth, so I don't like going to the dentist. In fact, I actually haven't gone to the dentist in about 10 years.
Actually?
Yeah, so I should probably go.
Yeah, you're supposed to go, they say, like once or twice a year.
Yeah.
Well, have you had any cavities?
Well, I haven't been in 10 years, so no. But my teeth feel fine. Like, I don't have any tooth pain or anything. Although my bottom teeth are, like, not aligned anymore, so I should probably get that fixed.
I do not like the dentist. I don't like all the tools that they use. I don't like how they try to talk to me when I can't talk back. And I really don't like the part where you have to like spit into the little area and there's a lot of blood and stuff from,
No, that's
you know,
the best
not
part.
flossing.
Yeah, that's the only
That's
part I
literally
like.
the best part. What are you talking about?
I don't like that part. It's
Oh,
just,
what flavor
I
do
don't
you guys
like
get?
blood.
What flavor? I get orange flavor.
Bubblegum.
Wait, Alec, you haven't been there in 10 years, but you remember the flavor?
Yeah.
I get cherry.
Yeah, exactly.
Comment down below what you
Pain
guys give at the
counteracts
dentist.
that kind of phobia, but now he's reached that threshold. As he's browsing the internet, desperate to find an office
What
that's open on
website's he
Sundays,
on?
he spots an ad.
Craigslist.
Dr. Hendricks,
Nope.
dentistry 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Nope.
Nope.
The man isn't sure how that's possible, but the pain
Don't
has
do
made him
it.
desperate. So he calls the number on.
If a dentist has the same hours as 7-Eleven, you do not go to that dentist, guys. I don't know if anybody out there needs to hear this, but do not go.
Maybe the dentist is just an entrepreneur.
And makes an appointment. The receptionist sounds a bit funny on the phone, like she has something in her mouth.
looks a little
but
strange,
he brushes
too.
it off. 15 minutes later, he's walking into the office and checking
this
in
place
at the
isn't that
reception
bad.
desk.
Looks
It
clean.
looks
The woman
great.
sitting there looks a bit unusual, but
She
his
looks
mother
fine.
raised him not to stare,
What's
so he gives her a
behind the
polite,
mask?
distant nod,
He's
declines
the
her
one
request
unusual.
to inspect his teeth for herself, and ignores the strange feeling in his gut at her words. Instead,
I have an early prediction. Because they said that, like, there's more extra teeth or whatever, something like that. My prediction is that these dentists steal the teeth of their patients and then put it in their own mouth. And that lady probably has like 500 teeth in her mouth, and that's why she's covering it with a mask. That's my prediction.
Oh,
They
so it's like-
steal teeth.
This is like the dark side of the tooth fairy.
And I think, too, that they're probably going to infect whoever comes in, right? They're going to steal their teeth, but also these people are going to go away with some sort of SCP anonymous powers that they're just not going to know, and then they're going to get home, and then they're going to have, like, weird stuff start happening.
Could be.
he continues on to the exam room and
Evil
waits for the
grandma.
doctor to take his pain away. He waits for quite some time
3
until he
minutes.
begins to worry that the dentist forgot about him. Or perhaps this office really was too good to be true,
DDS.
and this is some sort of scam.
Don't do
But then
science.
the door opens, and
Wow, he
in
looks
comes
nice.
Dr. Hendricks with a cheerful demeanor and a smile in his eyes.
Dr.
His mouth is
Hendricks.
covered with a surgical mask, so the man can't
They
be certain.
definitely do have
But
a
he
ton
seems
of
like he's
teeth under those
definitely
masks.
smiling. It's a good thing the man came in so quickly, the dentist assures him. His teeth are in dire straits. But don't worry, he's in very, very good hands. And by the time he walks out of the office,
dang, go
he'll
ahead.
be in great shape.
Why is he
The
looking
man
like that,
asks the
though?
dentist if he can be put under for the procedure in order to prevent him from panicking. The dentist laughs uproariously at this request, but he agrees. He places
What's
a
wrong
gas
with this
mask
guy?
over the man's face, and the hissing sound of the gas fills the room. The man's eyes grow heavy, and the sterile white room fades to
Oh,
black.
Don't
He's
ever get put to
going
sleep.
The man
under.
wakes up. He's sitting on the sidewalk outside of
What?
the office, a plastic bag of mini mouthwash clutched in his hand, and his mouth.
It's
oh
gone.
God, his mouth. It's aching like nothing he's ever felt before.
They're falling out.
But something else is wrong
Are
too.
all the teeth
He reaches
gone?
up to feel around his mouth with his fingers, and all the color drains from his face. His mouth is absolutely crowded with teeth. So His tongue can't move without
it was
poking
the
up.
opposite, Alec. He got more teeth. They didn't steal his teeth. They gave him all the teeth.
Maybe it's like a temporary thing. Maybe they gave him something, like they injected something so he grows a ton of teeth. Then they're gonna steal it all. Something like that, maybe.
Because now he's
doing
forced to
with
go
the
back.
teeth?
He's forced to go back now.
he has to go back.
Oh,
Well,
and then
he
they can put it under their pillow to get lots of money from the tooth fairy.
That's the play.
Genius.
I'm starting to get it now.
That's the play.
Expected to leave the dentist with one tooth missing, but instead, somehow, he has
He's
30 more than he
British.
started with.
That's crazy.
Unfortunately for this man, who only wanted to have a toothache treated, he stumbled into the clutches of SCP-5150.
Yikes.
SCP-5150 is a dental office located outside the northwestern perimeter of Indianapolis, Indiana.
Not going there.
The office building occupies an area of approximately 140 square meters, and the interior measures 115
It looks
square
nice.
meters.
That's like 5
The building is
feet.
unremarkable in every way, with the exception of an electrical sign above the building's front entrance, which reads, Dr. John Hendricks, DDS.
It is.
Inside the building, there are 6 rooms and several anomalous entities designated SCP-5150-1, SCP-5150-2, and SCP-5150-3.
What about the fourth guy?
SCP-5150-1 is the dental office's receptionist. Of course, as you may have already gathered, she is no ordinary receptionist. The entity has standard humanoid features, with the exception of the oral cavity.
These types of SCPs always creep me out. They give me the heebie-jeebies because they seem like they're normal, right? Like every single day you go around and you see strangers, you see people, you could meet somebody like this and you just can't help but think, is something weird going on? Are they actually human? Could they be a humanoid SCP in disguise and they're trying to trick me? There's a lot of SCPs like that and they freak me out.
I think Adam could be an SCP. Now that you put it that way. Because Adam does freak me out sometimes. Like when he looks at you, it kind of looks like he's looking through you, not really at you. There's something a little bit off with him. Yeah.
Looking into your soul.
I don't like it.
That's not creepy at all.
You want a cookie?
I would definitely rather be an SCP than be a victim of an SCP. Unless it's the tickle monster.
Dude, being an
Then I'm
SCP
fine.
would be so much fun. What do you mean? I would love to be an SCP than be a human.
That's what I'm saying.
That's literally what Jack just said.
No, but I'm not even saying rather than be a victim. I'd rather just be
Yeah.
a SCP.
That's what Jack literally just said.
No,
Yeah,
he said
I
I'd
wanna
rather
be an SCP.
an SCP than be a victim of an SCP.
If you're gonna copy what Jack
Except it's
says, you might as well
the
just give him
tickle
credit.
monster.
Yeah.
The entity's maxillary and mandibular bones, or upper and lower jaw, are disfigured
ew,
and
hey,
mutilated,
yeah.
and have been noted to have missing incisors, extra canines,
Big
and
go
nerves
away.
are poking out.
The entity seems to have an intense interest in human teeth, and once she has gotten her hands on some, her anomalous properties will begin to manifest notably.
She eat it?
She will insert
No,
stolen
she
human
does
teeth
steal
into her
teeth.
mouth
Oh, I
and into her
called it.
gums. This appears to
Ew.
be intended to correct the issues with her oral cavity, but the exact motivation for this behavior is still unknown. Anyone who enters SCP-5150 must
I don't
interact
like
with
it.
Keep that mask on,
SCP-5150-1 at her
you
reception desk
dirty-
in order to
you
continue
dirty
through
girl.
or exit the building, regardless
That's
of how much
gross.
aggression she displays
Oh
toward
my
them.
God.
SCP-5150-2 refers to several anomalous dental hygienists
Whoa, they're
that
twins.
populate the entirety of SCP-5150, with the exception of the waiting area. These entities resemble the receptionist, but move more freely throughout the building rather than being confined behind a desk. They are similarly aggressive and will attack human subjects in order to apprehend them and bring them into one of the examination
Got her.
rooms. They carry a variety of dental instruments on their person and will happily
Being
use
an
these
SCP is
instruments as
awesome.
weapons in order to subdue
Wow.
their victims. Once the hygienists have taken a human subject to an exam room, they will strap them to an operating
Wait, never
table
mind.
and prepare them to meet the remaining entity
I take that
lurking
back.
within the office. Then it's time for the unfortunate human subject
Dang, bro,
to
this
meet
is
the dentist
crazy.
himself, SCP-5150-3,
The doctor.
also known as Dr. John
Let her
Hendricks.
go!
This entity spends his
Let
time
her
in the
go!
examination rooms as well as his personal office. When he is presented with a patient, he will begin to insert teeth directly into their mouth, where they will anomalously take root and result in extreme cases of hyperdontia.
Oh my god.
This has confused me because aren't they trying to get teeth to put it in their own mouths, but now they're putting teeth into the girl's mouth? These people are sick. They can't even make up their minds what they want to do. They steal teeth, they put teeth, they steal teeth, they
You
put.
didn't listen at all. They put in one tooth to create what's called hyperdontia, which then promotes more tooth growth from those patients. So then they
Oh.
put in one tooth to get 30 back. They have hyperdontia. I think you have hypernosia and also hyperdumia.
Are you guys curious
That's not a real thing.
about the kids? Are mainly the people that go to the dentist, and we haven't seen a single kid go into this
Nah,
dentist
bro, I
yet.
don't care about them kids. Don't care about the kids. I care about her.
I'm just
though.
saying, sometimes SCPs react differently to children, especially like Dr. Wondertainment, if you guys remember him. All of his
We don't
contractions
know what you're doing in your free
interact
time.
differently with children. So I'm curious if they'll get into that.
Why? I don't like that you're that curious.
I was not thinking about
to be
kids at
honest.
all.
Yeah.
You're the
yeah.
only one thinking about kids right now.
The last
No,
time
and
you were
you're
at
the
the
only one
dentist,
thinking about
Alec, you were what, 15 years old? That was when you were a child. What if you went in here? Would
No, he
you
was-
get hyperdontia? Or
Jack,
would bad things happen?
10 years ago, Alec was like 20.
That's not true, guys.
He was 17,
Don't have to
almost a
express
full
me like
adult.
that.
The source of these additional teeth is currently unknown. Once the operation is complete and Dr. Hendricks is satisfied with the amount of teeth he has forced into his
Oh my
patient's
gosh.
mouth, he will then
brother.
attempt to give the subject a plastic
ugly.
bag containing a variety of over-the-counter oral health
Take
care
your
products.
toothpaste.
These can include a toothbrush, dental floss,
At least he's nice about
mouthwash,
it.
and toothpaste. The subjects will not be allowed to leave the building without taking this bag with them. Analysis of these products has not revealed any anomalous properties. On July 9th,
It's my
2023,
birthday!
the SCP Foundation
birthday.
conducted an investigation of SCP-5150. Subject
Oh
D457142 was ordered to investigate and explore the building.
Nope.
He was equipped with a camera and microphone, as well as a chocolate bar, which was placed in his pocket for emergency use.
What?
Control
What?
lead was assigned to Bobby Daniels, and Marcus Drago and Andrew Fuller were additional team members on the
Do you
investigation.
guys think that maybe because the dentists are so pro tooth and mouth health that they're anti-candy, so that they're scared of candy, maybe?
Yeah, it's gonna make them really mad because it's gonna give them cavities and they want perfect teeth to extract. And then they're probably gonna touch them because he's trying to eat candy.
Yeah,
Adam, show us your canines. Oh yeah, they would definitely take those.
D457142 approached the building, but hesitated before going inside. He asked what would happen after he entered the building, but Daniels refused to
tell him.
elaborate. His questions
The
went
SCPs
unanswered.
are gonna notice
With
that
no
huge
other
microphone
option,
right there.
D457142 entered the building. When he opened the door, a doorbell dinged to signal his entry. As the door closed behind him, he could
He's
hear a
trapped.
click as the lock slid into place. This sent the man into a state of anxiety, and he attempted to open the door. It wouldn't
ain't getting
budge.
out.
He called out to Control over the microphone, begging them to unlock the door, promising that he would not run. Daniels at Control explained that he couldn't do anything about it, as the Foundation had no control over the doors. That lock was all SCP-5150's doing.
They got him.
After some hemming and hawing, D457142 had no option but to proceed and continue into the waiting area of SCP-5150. Inside, he saw a row of 4 chairs, a smattering of assorted toys common to any medical waiting room, and more chairs. There, off to the side, was the counter, and behind a sheet of glass with a small opening approximately 1.2 meters tall and 0.8 meters wide, the receptionist was waiting. Strangely, the camera feed was not able to pick up any of the receptionist's physical features, leaving the test
Whoa.
subject alone to observe
That's
her
interesting.
and try to
Vampires?
make sense of what he was seeing. Nothing was especially out of the ordinary in the room at first glance, aside from the episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer playing on one of the waiting room TVs.
That's
God.
kind of cool.
The subject walked through the room, taking note of everything that he saw. Then he turned to face the receptionist. The receptionist was dressed in a white-collared shirt
Hey,
with a
yo.
white face mask covering her mouth. There was a sheet of paper directly in front of her. She greeted the test subject. "Hello, sir. Can I help you schedule an appointment?" Unsure of what else to do, the test subject played along. He asked her how to proceed with scheduling,
There's
and
no
the
way out.
receptionist handed him a pen and directed him toward the paper in front of her.
He's about to
She
sign his life
instructed him
away.
to sign and then wait for his appointment with Dr. Hendricks in 5 minutes.
Okay.
Once the subject signed the paper, the receptionist stated, "Now, before you can enter, there's one thing I'll need to see."
Your
The
teeth.
subject agreed, asking what she needed to see. The receptionist responded, "Your teeth, of course. May I see them?"
Calm down, lady.
As you
Oh,
might
take me out
expect,
to dinner
the test
first.
subject found the request
She wants a new
off-putting
canine.
and inquired why she might need to see his teeth. She responded in a friendly tone.
Don't make her mad.
"I'm currently taking online classes for dentistry and I need experience.
Liar!
Occasionally patients will let me take a look at their teeth so
Liar!
I can predict how well an
She
appointment
lying.
with Dr. Hendricks will go. Will you let me try with you?" The subject relented, opening his mouth. As soon as he did, the receptionist reached out and grabbed hold of the lower
my
left
God.
quadrant of the man's jaw.
Give him a
The
kiss.
receptionist praised the man's teeth, exclaiming how clean they were. Then she quickly
That's
pulled
not
a pair of
good.
pliers from underneath her desk, clamping them to the bottom central incisors of the subject's mouth.
Why is he letting her
Pulled
do
for
that?
herself with a sudden, sharp yank, extracting the teeth from the subject's mouth in less than 1 second. The test subject recoiled, clutching at his mouth and screaming
Ow.
in pain and shock. Blood dripped onto the camera lens as the subject struggled to wipe it away. He stumbled toward a nearby tissue box,
Oh my gosh.
grabbing a fistful of tissues to sop up the blood
She's
and stem
crazy.
the flow. Meanwhile, the receptionist went about her
I would
business.
sock her.
She
I would
stared
sock
at the
her
two
right in the
bloody
jaw.
teeth in her hand, admiration in her eyes.
She probably has super strength.
Next, she removed her face mask, revealing her disfigured oral cavity, and began to forcefully insert the new teeth into empty areas of her
bro,
gums.
this is not cool.
Oh,
As the
she
subject
likes
backed
it. She
away from
likes
the
it too
reception desk
good.
in horror, the receptionist called out, "Dr. Hendricks can see you now, sir.
No!
Please head to room 3 for your examination."
This be
Of
crazy.
course, the subject was reluctant to continue into the building, but Control insisted that he go through the door leading to the exam rooms. At first,
Find
he
the nearest
refused,
window and
but
jump.
after a reminder that he was locked in and the promise of a medical team waiting for him after the investigation was finished, he saw no option but to move forward.
That's crazy.
So he tossed his bloody wad of tissue paper in the trash and pushed through the next
You
set
didn't
of
say
doors.
anything to her?
As before, he could
That's
hear the
it.
click of the lock behind
Bless
him,
you.
trapping him inside.
I would have slapped that grandma silly.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I would
And
have hit
then
her
what?
with the
And then
front
what?
hand, with the backhand, and then finish her with that little nucky sandwich.
Give her them
She doesn't
knuckles,
feel
kid.
pain. These SCPs, they have superhuman abilities.
I don't
Alex. She
care.
would
I
have made
don't
you
care.
look
I will
silly.
make her feel pain. I would strap her down and beat her to a pulp.
She would grab your hand, twist you sideways, say, "Come here, sweetie," give you a kiss on the cheek, and then pull your teeth out
Yeah.
one by one.
She pulls my teeth out, I'll rip her ears off, okay? I can play that game all day. I'll rip her hair out, I'll get the tweezers and give her purple nurples, I'll do whatever. I don't care. I'm not letting a grandma rip my tooth out and doing nothing about it, period.
I'd pay to see this matchup. Alec v. Grandmom.
I would pay to beat up a grandma, that sounds amazing.
Stop the Alec hate.
100 likes, 100 likes on this video.
If you guys want to see your grandma get beat up, put her information down below. We're taking all inquiries.
We're taking
pulling up.
Nana, we're taking Grandma, we'll even take Granddad.
Anyone.
He stepped
Alec is the new
carefully
Jake
into the
Paul.
hallway, pressing his body against the left side of the wall as the sudden sound of laughter echoed through the hall.
Alright, that is creepy.
Where was it coming
That's from Doors.
Who could be laughing somewhere like this?
It's the twins.
He wasn't sure he wanted to know the answer. He continued through the hall, edging along the wall.
He's edging.
Suddenly, he froze,
Along the
Against
wall.
the
crouching
wall.
down to hide as one of the hygienists
That grandma's
exited the
edging.
nearby door. The entity passed him
She's
without
putting
noticing,
teeth in her mouth.
entering another exam room. The subject continued until he reached the far side of the hallway, where a door with the nameplate
Johnny
Johnny
Hendricks
Here's
was waiting.
Johnny.
He opened the door and entered.
Oh,
There was no one inside.
Hi, John. Your
He checked in with
receptionist
Control,
took out my
asking for
tooth.
instructions on what to do next. Control
in.
advised him to look for anything that could potentially be important.
Go in, you little
Documents,
little
research
pansy.
papers, journal pages, anything that might shed some light on the nature of SCP-5150. He obeyed and began to search the
Everything's
desk,
gonna be
but
empty.
found it was empty. Just then, the door to the office opened, and a hygienist called out to the subject, "What are you doing? We have another room waiting for you." At this point, cornered and with nowhere to run, the test subject
Fight.
grabbed his emergency chocolate bar and unwrapped it.
What is this gonna do?
At the sight of the sugary treat, the hygienist screamed
Oh my
and
God.
backed away.
It
Oh, it actually worked?
It
Two
actually
other
did.
entities appeared,
It's like a
wielding sharp
crucifix
double-sided
or
probes
upside down
used during
cross in a
dental
vampire,
examinations.
whatever.
The three entities
Oh my
advanced
God.
toward the subject.
Oh my god!
In a panic, he threw the chocolate bar.
Don't throw
Oh, maybe
it.
they
collided
like
with
it.
the third
Maybe they
hygienist.
like it.
The entity shrieked, its mouth beginning to bleed as its
Oh.
teeth rapidly decayed. But now
This
the
is
subject was
gross,
left
but
unarmed
so
and could
cool.
not defend himself against
They're
the assault
pieces
of
of
the other
chocolate.
two entities. They grabbed
Why'd
hold
you
of
throw
him,
the whole bar,
one entity
dummy?
stabbing the subject with the probe, while the other bit down on his exposed forearm,
Now
hard
they're
enough
just
to draw
zombies.
blood and crack the bone. As he cried out in pain and fear, with no one able to save him, the subject was dragged to exam room
Oh my God,
3.
they're gonna do it.
There, the hygienist
Oh
strapped him
my
down on
gosh.
an operating table, tying him in place with leather straps. "You can trust us, sir," one of the entities said. "We'll just need to pull some teeth before the dentist arrives."
Oh,
Dude, this
point,
is like
the
a
entities
weird
removed
Japanese
the subject's
anime.
two
So
lower
much.
canines
Oh my God,
and
at least
3
numb him
molars,
up.
all while he remained
This
conscious
is-
and screaming. Then the door opened, and another entity
The
came
dentist
into
is
the room.
here?
The doctor was in. At the sight of the dentist, the test subject began to spit various expletives. Dr. Hendricks
bleep,
met the
bleep,
verbal
bloop,
assault
blop, bleep,
with an
blop, bloop.
amused chuckle. "What a tongue! Why so harsh?"
He's about to pull his tongue?
"Don't worry, this is for your own good. I know it may be scary, but it'll all be done
Alec,
with
don't ever
soon."
go back to the
The
dentist.
dentist spotted the camera, removing it from the
I'm
subject's
canceling
body.
my upcoming
Is this
appointment.
for a home video? Well, no matter. Technically, this does break some patient-doctor confidentiality laws, but I can let this one slide. Here, let me get this at an angle where it can record better. He placed the camera in the
likes
far
it.
right corner of the room where it captured video of both the subject
He wants to
and Dr.
get caught.
Hendricks. All the while, the subject's mouth continued to bleed. The dentist continued to speak. There we go, much better. Now, where were we? Oh, that's right. By the looks of it, it seems like they've already started. It's a shame. Your teeth aren't looking so great right now, but that's why you're here. I can help make it all better. The dentist
you,
retrieved
though?
several
I can't
medical
even
cleaning
look.
supplies from the side of the room, as well as an array of syringes. Then, he was ready to work. The test subject's nightmare was far from over.
What?
The dentist elevated the operating chair and inserted a
least
Jennings
put him to
gag
sleep.
device into the subject's mouth in order to keep it open. What happened next could have been briefly mistaken for an ordinary teeth cleaning, other circumstances aside. The dentist used a dental mirror and several tools to pick and scrape at the remaining teeth in the subject's mouth, as if checking for plaque and tartar. Next, however, things got a bit more gruesome. He swapped the probing tools for a dental drill. He began
I
to dig
hate
into
this
the
one.
subject's gums and inner cheeks. The drill was used on the subject's mouth for a duration of 15 minutes.
15?
If you're concerned about the lack of
Is he
anesthetic
getting the
used
wisdom
during these
teeth out?
procedures, allow me to clarify that various high-quality anesthetics were administered.
Oh, okay.
However, they were injected in the wrong locations or at insufficient
So,
dosages to adequately reduce the subject's
All
pain. Sadly, he
right.
was fully aware of every agonizing sensation. After 2 hours, the dentist
This
cheerfully
is
remarked,
crazy.
"We're almost done with the cleaning." He added, "You're doing just fine. See, I knew you wouldn't be so snappy after I started my work. Don't worry, I'll just have to do
He's
one more
putting the
thing.
infection in.
But before I can do that, I'll have to move your camera. I can't allow this to be recorded. You understand,
Oh,
right?"
this is the secret
so
sauce.
He turned the camera so
creepy.
that the lens faced the wall, preventing any visuals of what
Thank
happened
God.
next from being captured.
I don't want to see.
This is especially unfortunate, given that this was the point in the procedure at which the dentist's anomalous abilities manifested. The nature of these abilities is still, sadly, unknown. All that was captured by the microphone was moans of pain and the
They're
sounds
still
of crunching
listening in?
as the subject's new teeth crowded into his gum line.
Oh.
After 20 minutes, the procedure was complete, and the dentist handed the subject a bag filled with various oral care items. Eventually, the subject was able to exit the building. When he emerged, he was pale and shaking, with
That is
splatters of blood
disgusting.
down his shirt, and an extreme case of hyperdontia. There were so many teeth present in the subject's mouth that he was unable to speak coherently. He was then taken to Site 334's infirmary, where his hyperdontia was treated, and he was debriefed. After treatment, he was given amnestics and released. At this point, any further experimentation with
Oh, he's cool now.
SCP-5150 was suspended, pending the judgment of the Ethics Committee. No follow-ups were conducted with the test subject. Still, I would be personally curious to know if his ordeal left him with a lifelong phobia of the dentist, even after the application of amnestics.
No duh.
I certainly don't believe I would ever be the same again.
I mean, this is basically what every young child thinks going to the dentist is like. I remember when I was younger, I thought like, this is what happens at the dentist. They're gonna pull out all of my teeth.
Well, especially when getting braces on. That was like the most horrifying dentist experience of my life. That was terrible. Well, it's
You wanna
just
keep talking
hours.
about it?
It's just like a 3-hour long procedure, and you know, and it hurts the whole time. And they got like, and then your mouth hurts really bad afterwards. It's terrible. And it did all my bottom teeth too. And then I never wore my retainer. And then my wisdom teeth came in, and then now everything kind of came together. So it's my fault.
I got my wisdom teeth out. That's why I'm so dumb.
SCP-5150 was placed under containment within Provisional Site 334.
Do not let anybody in there ever again.
A disinformation campaign and cover story for this provisional site was established concerning the fictional Hops Railroad Company. This was intended to hide SCP-5150 and any of its related media, including poster advertisements, newspaper articles, and social media posts. In the event of unauthorized access to SCP-5150, all personnel were required to be detained and immediately transferred to the on-site infirmary upon exiting the building. Excess teeth would be removed and stored there, and personnel would be given a thorough evaluation before being given Class C amnestics. All on-site personnel who interacted with SCP-5150 in an approved capacity were required to carry one candy bar containing a minimum of 35 grams of sugar at all times. You may be wondering why these containment
Feastables.
procedures are detailed in the past tense. Well, there's a reason for that choice.
They
The
blew
current
it up.
containment procedures are no longer up to date. as the anomaly is no longer adequately contained.
Thank you. Wait,
As of August 1st,
What?
2023, the building originally designated as SCP-5150 is
moved.
completely absent
No.
of anomalous entities or paranormal activity.
Where they at?
It is unknown how or why this shift took place, but the anomaly appears to have moved rather than
Where?
disappeared. On September 22nd, 2023, posters advertising the dental practice of one Dr. John Hendricks
Blow it
were
up.
reported near the city of Greenwood, Indiana. All personnel assigned to Provisional Site 334 have been given a new directive: relocate and recontain SCP-5150 wherever it is migrated to. The dental health of innocent people depends on it. Remember to take good care of your teeth, brush and floss every day, and be sure to attend your regular dental checkups. And of course, always count your teeth before and after an appointment, just in case.
Guys, I found him. I found him. He's in South Carolina.
Whoa, he's got 5-star rating though.
Yeah, probably from all of the workers.
For a YouTube video, we should send Adam there.
No!
10,000
They can't
likes.
take these canines.
And we'll do it. And if you guys don't want this happening to you, make sure you guys take good care of your teeth. Leave a like on today's video and click right here.